Due to Viacom and their love of shutting reviews of their shows down, and the fact I now have a copyright strike that I doubt they'll repeal because they're Viacom, you're going to have to deal with this new way of reviewing. So this is a Doodle Review trading card that's basically you'll see throughout these reviews until September. Sorry for your inconvenience because they inconvenienced me, but hey, that's what it is. I'll also have to try to make this review quick as possible because copyright strike means less than 15 minutes to review, which normally isn't a problem for me. Well, I had to do quite a bit of research in order to review this, as I knew very little about this show, and in order to properly review My Little Pony, I needed to know the lingo and reactions to certain things about certain aspects of the show. As bronies are a full community, who will more than likely politely spear you if you're a non-brony who got something wrong. You won't see that with the life and times of Tim or Drawn Together, and since I know quite a bit of bronies, I feel like I must review this in the correct way. So, apparently the writer of this particular episode, Sydney Morrow, is really good at writing about bullying, as she has done 2 other My Little Pony episodes based on the topic. But out of the 3 she wrote, this one has very mixed reviews from what I've seen. Other reviewers either liked the episode or really disliked it. You could probably guess where I fall under, going off of actually being bullied for being different, this episode does make me very angry. So let's dive in. So we start with the pony wondering what to wear. For you, my viewers, this pony's name is Apple Bloom, in case you didn't already know. Not the pony on the card. No, we'll get to that prick in a bit. Apple Bloom is a little yellow pony with pinkish hair, and I guess is a sister to the orange pony with yellow hair named Applejack. I researched this for the non-bronies. Not that it matters, they name dropped in the show anyway. Hell, the whole episode is about a character named Babs Seed who comes from Manhattan, New York. Oh, sorry, Manhattan. Very cheesy joke, is very cheesy. Anyway, the apples go to the train station with 2 other annoying kids named Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle as they wait for Babs to hop on the train. And as kids are kids, they get excited and swarm Babs. I must say, I'm impressed with how well they write these characters. I may call them annoying, but as I've researched, that's kind of the point. The writers of the show purposely wrote them to be annoying to show how kids are like to adults, so I give them a point there. Then the 3 take Babs to a clubhouse for their group, the Cutie Mark Crusaders, which is a club dedicated to ponies getting their cutie marks, which to my non-brony viewers is a mark on the anus of every pony to show what they're good at. I didn't know this before this review, and honestly I don't understand what the big deal is, so maybe a brony can fill me in. Anyway, this makes Babs uncomfortable and self-conscious, but they continue being kids and show her a float for some parade that's going to be called the Summer Harvest Parade. Anyway, then they shall see there's these 2 characters whose names are Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. Basically, you're spoiled rotten kids who must pick on the younger and less privileged or else they will die. I don't care what show we're talking about. I don't care how well they're written. I don't even care who designed them. If you have this kind of character in your show will fall. Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon bully the Cutie Mark Crusaders a bit before they see Babs, who joins in the bullying, which immediately killed this episode for me, because of how it's played out. Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon come in and bully a bit, see Babs. Babs looks at the 2 asshats, then at the Cutie Mark Crusaders, and decides, fuck family, I have a reputation to create. It gets worse, though, as Apple Bloom threatens to tell Applejack, and Babs calls her out by calling her a snitch. Which, by the way, 2006 called It Wants Its Word Back. They walk away, and Babs shoots an evil glance to Apple Bloom, which I will come back to. The Cutie Mark Crusaders then ponder what to do, and Sweetie Belle, being the sensible one, says to tell Applejack, which Apple Bloom and Scootaloo refuse to do because they don't want to be snitches. Officially, Sweetie Belle's my favorite out of these 3 for being fucking sensible. So they decide to avoid her for a few weeks, which simply isn't possible. Now, during the time they try to avoid Babs, a song plays, which is my favorite part of this episode, despite it not being that great, as it shows that Babs is a fucking psycho who will hunt down these 3 like Predator, just to pick on them, going even out of her way to take over the Cutie Mark Crusaders clubhouse. The song itself is fine, but fuck what we see while we're listening. Fuck Babs, and fuck the 2 assholes who have ruined this episode. Another thing that really bothers me is when they do, I guess, what is called the Sugar Lump Rump, they try to show Babs is sorry for doing this. But no, it's far too late. For a solid 4 minutes we watched Babs terrorize the Cutie Mark Crusaders with no remorse. And it just continues. Like Rodney's bachelor party, all over again. Once again, Sweetie Belle tries suggesting to talk to Applejack, and once again she's denied, just like Rodney's bachelor party all over again. Anyway, Apple Bloom suggests making her the guest of honor at the summer harvest parade by making a float and booby-trapping it, knowing she'll take it and bully them, because bullying people lowers your intelligence levels tenfold. And sure enough, she takes it, the booby trap goes off, and she almost crashes it. We learn that Babs was bullied in Manhattan, which apparently excuses her bullying, and the Cutie Mark Crusaders stop her from crashing because they fear they were being bullies. But don't worry, you three, you were bullied all week, so that excuses your bullying the Babs. No, to be fair, they weren't being bullies, they were just protecting themselves from a raging lunatic. But they save Babs from embarrassment, and maybe from getting put in detraction, and accept her as a friend in the Cutie Mark Crusader. And Applejack tells them they should have told her, because, yeah, that works 100% of the time. Look, having been bullied myself, I say to go to Applejack first, then if that doesn't work, avoid her like the plague. Then, if that doesn't work, put them in detraction, or do what I did and just stab them in the shoulder with an ink pen. Hey, violence can be an answer in some cases. Just avoid it if you can first. As for the episode itself, it's harmless enough. Tedious to watch? Sure. Really stupid? Yeah. Aggravating? Check. Check all those off. But it's pretty harmless for the most part, and I definitely see the appeal of the show. And I do plan to cover more of it myself. Even if I myself never become a prony, I hear the next season will deal with equality. And oh boy, I'm so looking forward to that.